say if they come to the right, you don't want to lift your feet up. You know, you want to pivot. Bring this foot around and come around, and always keep yourself at the lesser of a target. You know, keep the lesser parts of your body out. So this is a block. You know, you're blocking. You're blocking, your body's over here, you're blocking this. So you want to come. So you'll make, you know, you'll pivot if you have to. If someone comes to you, you'll pivot. And you'll keep your hand up. This is like a parry and a block. This will be your block. So you're blocking. Put your block hand out. You know, maybe half cocked out like that. So if it's like if it's a punch, you can either block this way with this part of your hand, or you can deflect it. Either way, it's still a block. So if it's a punch, you'll duck, you'll block, and you'll pivot and come back. And there's a lot of things from there you can do, but we won't get into that. So, you know, this is just to get out, so we're not going to get into all the other stuff. So you can block, you can pivot, and then you can inflict damage and run. Say, rake the eyes. I mean, you'll really dig in and rake their eyes, and no one is going to stand for that. Big, small, whatever. It's not going to happen. So if things go real bad, and I've noticed the choking tends to be a bad thing. Well, choking, there's a lot of time there. It really is. There's a lot of time. There's a lot of body language, and there's a lot of you, in a way, setting yourself up for a bad situation. If you have your hands up, odds are they're not going to be able to get their hands around your neck. Okay, but I want to show you, if you ever do get choked, one thing you can do, the first thing you do, is push out on your airway. You know, make it real strong, and push out on your airway. Say if they're one hand choking you, you know, push out. Just keep pushing your head out as far as you know. Just put a lot of strength in there. Tighten your throat up, and you want to duck your chin at like a 45. Try to get your chin in between your thumb and the webbing of the other hand. You don't want to turn. You want to actually duck and turn and move out. Now on the way out, you may come down the shin. You can kick the knee. You can kick the groin. There's so many things you can do. You've got a back fist. You know, as you're coming out, you can back fist to the face. There's a lot of things you can do. I guess there really is no best scenario. But the thing is you need to know a plan. You have to have a plan. And you have to do the same thing every time in your plan. When you practice at home, like a kata, you'll practice a regimen, and you stick with that. Find something that's comfortable, but don't leave from it. Learn that kata, and don't ever astray from it. Learn that and stay practicing in that manner. You know, that way it becomes second nature. Part of the problem is people freeze up. I mean, a lot of people would, unless you're really trained, you're going to freeze up. You're going to be afraid. So that's part of the thing is you need to relax. You know, I'm not tense. I'm relaxed. I'm going with the flow. I'm blocking. I may slam them here and run away. There's a lot of things just depending on how it goes down. But you want to be relaxed. You want to go with the flow. You don't want to be standing here with your hands down. And this is the victim position. I mean, it really is. A lot of guys will try to make you afraid about trying to choke you with two hands, which is very common. That I'll show you on the crash dummy here. I don't have much money to make anything, so I built like a wooden dummy. Don't have much money for equipment right now, but a two-hand choke is similar to one hand, except it's a lot tougher in a way because you've got double the strength you have to get out of. So you have to find the weak points. And then here, the weak point will be the thumbs. The thumbs are the weakest point. You know, you wouldn't want to try to do anything with the fingers. They may be interlocked and there's a lot more strength there. So you want to work on this weak point here, depending on how you're being choked. But these thumbs, you can rip them off. Rip them, just pretend to rip them clean off. If someone's choking, you can grab that thumb and twist your whole body like this. Just twist through and take that thumb and point into the ground like this. Take him all the way down. Kick him. Kick him in the groin. Punch. Eye rake. Gear slap. We'll go over that one too. They're brutal. And shin right above the tongue of your shoe, or the sweet spot. You can kick there at the bottom of the shin, and it's very painful. I mean, it's very painful. Have someone do it to you gently, and you'll see what I'm saying. It's just a straight kick to that, right where the tongue of your shoe is. And it's very brutal. That will buy you enough time to get out of the situation and run away and go somewhere else. Take your kids and run away. You don't want to stand there and fight the guy. You really don't. Odds are he's bigger, stronger, and faster than you, and he may have a weapon. These guys nowadays really get enraged. They don't care about anything. So, and if you've gotten out before, say you're in a divorce or you split up, stay split up. Don't go back, because when you go back, you're asking to die. I mean, you're just, here, please abuse me again. I mean, it's going to happen. So you don't want to do that. You really don't. An abuser without getting help for himself will always be an abuser unless he gets the proper help. And then even then, it's still pretty low chance. So I'll go over a few things real quick with you. It's kind of late. So this is crash test dummy. Here's the head here. Head. These are more like the shoulders. The torso area, these are the arms and hands, and I had to draw feet down here at the bottom on this board so you can see that. Say if Bill was going to choke me with one hand, they would wrap the fingers around, and the thumb would be out. A typical choke would be like this. Okay. So there's a couple things you can do. You've got your block still. You've still got your hard block now. So you can hard block this. You can hard block that arm. And then for an ear slap here to the ear. You will not withstand that. That is brutal pain. These aren't killing blows, of course, but they might as well be. You'll be paralyzed with pain. Okay, so again on the one hand choke. These fingers, these are handlebars. Grab these fingers and just curl them up as hard as you can. And you can put your thumb under the hand and actually make a rotation. So you'll take your other hand underneath the wrist here and you'll guide it along. So you'll turn the hand and you'll walk out. On the way out, right here. You got an elbow to the throat, elbow to the eye. Ear slap, back fist. There's so many options there. Get something. Get 10 points on the way out. Okay, you owe him that at least. So turn this. You're going to push out. You come across like this. There's a lot of things you do. So that's kind of a one-hand choke. And like I said, you have your hard block. You're going to come here to the wrist. And you're going to smack it out. So it really doesn't take so much strength. It takes you doing the motions. It takes you practicing this and going through the motions, and you'll get it. When you practice on someone else, be careful. It can be dangerous. You can really harm somebody, but the point is to get away, and that's what we're working on today. I'll go over a 2-hand choke a little bit, which is very brutal and very, some guys are really strong. So let's, say the thumbs are in the front. So they're coming into me, all right, and I'm already in my stance, the original stance that we've always been using here. My lead foot. Now before he even gets there, there's time there. So do not let his hands go around your throat. You'll fight to the death to prevent that. That is a threat to your life. So don't even let it get to this point. Don't even, you want to fight across the room. You don't want to get hooked up with this guy. But if it happens, he gets his arms around you by some chance and tries to choke you, there's a lot of things you can do. Now you've got a double block. The same block, just twice. So here's the two arms. There we go. You know, here's the two arms here. So you're going to make a point. Come up with your two hands here. Come up in the middle and go out and straight back. So here it is here. You're going to turn the best you can be. You want to turn. So if he gets his arm, you automatically want to tuck your chin and protect your airway. Okay? If you can, get your two fingers in here to keep your airway open. That'll buy you a little bit of time. So immediately you want to try to get your hands up. And if you can't, if the choke's too hard and you can't get in there with your fingers, then you want to try to work in there. But keep your neck turned away, and your chin tucked down. Okay, if he tries to choke you, your chin's in the way. It's going to protect your airway. So two hands if you're in big trouble. Two hands. You want to come through, just like that. You want to spring it up and out. And there's some more things you can do. You've actually got some like wrist breakage action here. If you want to use that, you come down here. You can spring the wrist. There's a lot of things you can do. But this is the most effective of that. Through the center and out. You can also, like I said, you can come down or you can go out. And there's a lot of different ways. That's a hard block. And when you come up and you break free, you only have a second to get out. So just get out while the getting's good. Now there's three things I want you to practice on your own daily if you can. Really get to know it. My friend taught me this in rape prevention class that I helped him teach. But it's very effective, and it's just three simple moves, and that he says will stop 99.9% of people, and that's true. That's very true. So if you're being attacked, say this way, you want to put your lead foot out, make your body less of a target, put your hands up already, way before this. You want to put your hands up and be ready for whatever happens. Say if someone tries to punch you, okay? Like it's the same thing as before, If someone tries to punch you, use your right hand to their left. You want to use your right hand. Come in and you can block that hand, okay? And then you're in. You want to move in. Move into that guy right here, so where you and him can have a talk. You're right in here with him, right? So you've got so many options. You come up to the chin here. Hit the chin. What you need to be working on is three special moves, three certain moves, which are easy for anyone to do, any strength level. So the ear slap is very effective. You want to cup your hand, turn it just in a little bit, and you want to hit the ear. Now you don't want to hit the ear straight on. You want to turn your whole body. So you want to rotate through and hit that ear. All right. That can be done on either side, of course. And it's very effective. And, if you feel necessary, the next move is an irate, and it's very simple. Anyone can do it, especially women. This will be one that's a real killer. You can just make a claw, like a tiger's claw, and however you want to do that. There's really no certain way, but you want to take the tips of your fingers and dig them into the tops of the eyebrows, and you want to come all the way down. You want to rake the whole face on the way down. Okay, and I already know that ear slap was enough. But that eye rake is going to just finish them off, if need be.